Two bombshells involving Deshaun Watson and Shadur Sanders have taken everyone by surprise in the last few hours. One of them has to do with a personnel decision that no one expected, and the other involves a movement within the Browns that is making veterans uncomfortable. The information is hot and promises to shake up the teams backstage. If you are a big Browns fan, leave your like and let's go to the video. All right, Browns fans and football junkies, here's the latest twist in the Deshaun Watson saga, but this one's off the field. While the 2025 NFL season is still a couple months out and the Browns gear up for a quarterback carousel, Watson just dropped some personal news that's got nothing to do with X's and O's. The guy's officially tied the knot. Yup, Watson and Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Jilly Anais are now Mr. and Mrs., and the quarterback announced it in style with a slick Instagram post showing off their shiny new wedding bands. He even had 07.0325 stitched on his crisp white shirt, because of course he did. Gotta make it fashion. Now, before we dive into the wedding bells, let's not forget where things stand on the football side. Since joining the Browns back in 2022 with that monstrous 5-year, $230 million deal, Watson hasn't exactly lived up to the hype. Just 19 games under center for Cleveland, a modest 61.2% completion rate, 3,365 passing yards, 19 touchdowns, and 12 picks. Oh, and let's talk injuries, because they've been a brutal headline. First, he tore his Achilles in Week 7 last year, then somehow managed to tear it again during recovery. Tough Break doesn't even begin to cover it. At this point, the Browns aren't banking on seeing him on the field at all this season. So, the QB competition in Cleveland is wide open. Veterans Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett are the frontrunners, but keep an eye on youngsters Dillon Gabriel and Shadur Sanders. If one of them lights it up in training camp, we could see some unexpected fireworks. But while the Browns sort out their quarterback chaos, Watson seems to be finding peace off the gridiron. Jilly Anais, now his wife, is making her own waves, literally. She rocked the runway at Miami Swim Week as a finalist for the 2025 Sports Illustrated Swim Search and has a cool 4 million followers keeping up with her life online. And just in case anyone thinks Watson's quietly fading into the background, think again. He's not ready to hang it up. "Everyone's doubting me," he said. "They don't think I can get back to where I was. But I believe in myself. The peace I've found these past few months, I know I'm going to be better than ever." So love is in the air, the rehab continues, and Deshaun Watson is betting on his comeback. Whether that bet pays off is a whole other story. And speaking of surprises, another one just came out that could change the course of the season. Shadur Sanders didn't exactly get the red carpet treatment at the 2025 NFL Draft. The guy went from being a media magnet to a fifth-round flyer, taken 144th overall by the Cleveland Browns, an unexpected slide that shocked a lot of fans. But if anyone gets what that feels like, it's Saints QB Spencer Rattler, who was picked even later at 150th just a year prior. And instead of throwing shade or adding fuel to the fire, Rattler decided to drop some wisdom. On the Rich Eisen show, Rattler kept it real. It ain't about where your NFL journey starts, it's about what you make of it. He called it a blessing to get picked at all and gave Shadur some serious props. Said he's talented, level-headed, and ready to carve his own lane, especially since grit and football smarts seem to run in the Sanders family tree. He's not wrong there. But let's not pretend there aren't frustrations. When asked if sliding in the draft puts a chip on your shoulder, Rattler didn't dodge. "You could say so," he admitted. He knows the feeling, wanting to prove people wrong every time you take the field. That chip? It's fuel. And you better believe Shadur's carrying a similar edge right now. Now here's where things get spicy. While the Browns have a quarterback room packed with veterans like Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, it's Sanders who's quietly starting to make the most noise. The dude's come out swinging in minicamps and OTAs. Sure, he's had a few misfires, it's early days, but despite that, he's putting up the best numbers of any QB on the roster. Highest completion rate, most touchdowns, that's not just solid, that's straight up impressive for a rookie fifth-rounder. The Cleveland brass hasn't handed him the keys just yet, but if these trends keep up and the offense starts to sputter under the vets, the pressure to play Shadur is going to crank up fast. Fans already love him, and the media's leaning in hard. If he keeps stacking good days, it won't be long before he's under center on Sundays, making everyone wonder how he ever dropped to day 3 in the first place. If Watson lives on promises and memories of the past, Shadur is trying to conquer the present with attitude. The truth is that fans want results, not names. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything that happens in Cleveland.